we are here at this time. We bid you greetings and thank you very much for the opportunity of this interaction today. I am Adronis of Sirius, sending love, appreciation, and gratitude to all who are tuning in to this broadcast being brought forward through your internet collective consciousness. In this transmission, we will speak to you about the nature of the solstices and equinoxes to which they represent, and also a message from the earth to all of you. Firstly, taking a look at the nature of equinoxes and solstices. At the timing of this transmission, you have just recently had the summer solstice of your month of June. But Adronis, what do these solstices truly do? What do they represent? Well, as you understand the nature of equinoxes and solstices as this pertains to different alignment points upon your planet in regards to the trajectory of the sun upon the earth, it's a little bit more than that. You have to look into the nature of solstices and equinoxes. Again, you just had your summer solstice. You are moving closer into your autumnal equinox within the next couple of months. Then you go into the winter solstice, and then you come back again for the vernal equinox. But to best understand these ideas relating to solstices and equinoxes is like looking at a rope. And that as this rope is hanging down from the ceiling, that as you go back many generations, many thousands of years, this very long rope has had knots or notches tied upon it, where again, very, very slowly, there is an ease of ascent to move up this rope to reach the top, to reach the ceiling that has a hatch to it, that can lead you into greater states of evolution and expansion. And so when a solstice or an equinox is taking place, it is true that there is a division in between the physical and the spiritual realms. But it's a little bit more to it than that. You have to understand that in between each equinox and each solstice represents a theme of events that are much more in pertaining to the solstice or equinox in question. As you are moving now into your summer solstice, we will utilize this as an example. Throughout your times of June, July, August, leading into September, you will notice that this particular time relating to the solstice, leading then into the conclusion of the solstice into the autumnal equinox, will relate to a great deal of earth changes taking place upon your planet. Fires, floods, volcanoes, hurricanes, tornadoes, earthquakes, and so forth. It is a lot more of an active time, and this has happened through many of the summer solstices previously. But it evolves every single time. So your solstice is a demarcation. It is a marker that is leading into, again, much more expansive events based on what you have tallied up and learned from previous markers, be it your equinoxes and your solstices. Now, each particular period pertaining to a solstice or an equinox have different values and different functionalities aside in regards to their themes of exploration. You can discover this by looking into a lot of your ancient indigenous knowledge, that certain solstices and that certain equinoxes bring about different themes of events. So when you're looking at the summer solstice, this is where there is a great deal of, shall we say, bottlenecked pressure. Not only with what's happening on your physical planet, but what's happening with each and every single one of you. In fact, you would say that the summertime brings about a great deal of higher elevated emotional states. And again, the earth reciprocates that in kind. This is why you're having fires, floods, tornadoes, hurricanes, earthquakes, volcanoes taking place quite prominently around your June, July, August, and even parts of September. Because this is an emotional period. This represents an emotional time to which the summer solstice is, again, being that marker to therefore getting you much more into a storm that is coming. But of course, there is a way to counteract this. And to counteract all the effects to which the solstices and the equinoxes are demarcating and benchmarking to giving you the idea of the type of theme that you're exploring, this is your opportunity to connect more with the earth. Because through these particular equinoxes, different factors of the earth are being portrayed based upon the alignments the earth has with the sun. So moving further up through this equinox, or shall we say through this solstice, the summer solstice, having these heavy emotional times. So again, the earth is telling you exactly what she is dealing with. And again, these knots, these notches that are being tied on the rope is giving you the opportunity to climb up a little bit higher upon this rope of spiritual and human-based evolution. As you start to climb a little bit more, you have a grander perspective of things on your planet. As you start to make a slow ascent up the rope, you can see a little bit more higher and a little bit more higher into the distance and realize, oh wow, I couldn't see these things before. But as the solstices and the equinoxes continue to happen, I'm getting a little bit higher up the rope and I'm seeing much more of a higher perspective of things. I can kind of feel where the earth is trying to lead me. She needs my help. She needs her human children's assistance. Because especially around this time of the summer solstice, with a lot of these earth changes and emotional elevations that are taking place, it's a calling. And this is what leads into the segue of us speaking to you, each and every single one of you, upon this planet right now. We are intending a transmission to reach the minds of every single human being on this planet right now, whether you're watching this video or you're not. It is time for you to start listening to the earth a lot more than what you have been doing. Let us put it in this way. You who are going through a lot of these trials and tribulations and challenges and starting to understand the clockwork-like understandings of these solstices and equinoxes, the earth that you occupy in her natural state, is it a dump of a planet? Is it an unpleasant planet to be on by the nature of Earth herself? No, Adronis, this is a paradise. So why aren't you looking after it? Why aren't you looking after this paradise of a planet? And we're not talking about you fighting your governments. We're not talking about you having humans versus humans. That's not making better care of your planet happen. What's making better care of your planet happen is with you facilitating your connection to the earth. Many of you will do grid work. You will start to work with the grids of the earth and energize them with the power of your own intentions, with the power of your own feelings, with working together with the power of your life force energy, of your prana, with being able to give ceremony, give blessings, give offerings to the earth. That helps significantly. But those aren't the ones we're really talking to right now. We're talking to the ones who have basically got too hung up on human affairs and are not paying attention to the very earth that is giving you the nurturing and nourishment that you even need to live. And it is time. It is time to put your bare feet on the soil. It is time to put your bare feet on the grass. It is time to put your hands on the land of the earth and asking your mother, what can I do to serve you? What can I do to help you out? I have to remember this beautiful world that I am upon, not based upon human conditioning or human systems or human problems. We want to go beyond that right now. We're not concerned about your money. We're not concerned about your travel arrangements. We're not concerned about your living expenses or anything of that nature. We're putting all of that aside. And we ask you all that are watching this right now to put all that aside and to look at your earth. Look at the very ground that you're standing upon right now. It's because of the earth that you're standing here. Look at all the last meals that you have had. It's because of the earth that you're able to have those meals. Look at yourself and listen to how you breathe as you breathe in and as you breathe out. It is because of the earth that you can do that. Look at all the people that are around you, but not just the people. Look at the animals. Look at the insects. Look at the nature that surrounds you. Look at the beauty, the grace of the blue sky. Look at the grace of the oceans. Look at the true splendor and majestic views of your mountains. It's because of the earth that you have that. What are you doing for the earth? Are you helping her? Are you listening to when she is in pain and you put aside what you're doing and you're going outside and you're listening to her? Because she has given everything to you for nothing. Humans will charge things. Humans will give you expenses, not the earth. Has the earth ever coughed up a receipt and saying, this is what you owe me? No. So what are you doing to help the earth? What are you doing to listen to the land, to know that the land is in pain, and that through the power of your own intention, you can make it well? Do you know why the land is in pain? Because of human problems. Do you know why these storms and why these fires and why these floods and why these volcanoes and why these earthquakes happen? Because of human problems. You're dumping your problems on the earth, expecting her to fix it for you. Wrong mentality. It is time to give back and look at the problems that are anchored deeply into the earth. And as you're approaching this summer solstice, coming right into it, and again, just moving a little bit more deeper into the window of it, these particular incidences, these earth changes, these emotional heightening forms will take place. What are you going to do to make it better? Well, Adronis, I don't know what to do. Well, this is exactly why we're talking to you now. It's about going outside, putting your work aside. Whether you're standing on a street corner, whether you're standing by a gas station, whether you're standing in your office, whether you're standing in your house, it doesn't matter. Just go outside and just be in the outside, wherever that may be, in a forest, anything of that nature. And we want you just to focus your attention on the earth, on the land that you stand. And we want you just to think of one really beautiful experience the earth has given you. Not people. What the earth has given you. Breathe in right now. And breathe out. The earth just gave you air. Think back to your last meal. Maybe the most delightful meal that you've ever had. The earth facilitated that meal for you. The last time you look at beautiful nature and just admire the splendor of this planet, the earth gave you that view. So it's that very one thing that the earth has given you. And the joy that you feel out of it, we want you just to send that into the earth. Nothing else. That's it. We want you just to take that wonderful feeling you have with the earth, the beautiful air I'm breathing, The last beautiful meal I had, when I was on vacation and I was just absolutely awestruck by the view. The forest that I go into, hearing the birds chirp, the birds sing, the animals just being around me, seeing little squirrels, seeing deer, just how it lifted my spirits. I have to thank the earth for that. When I look at her beautiful oceans, when I look at these majestic waterfalls, these rainbows that shine above, I have to thank the earth for that. Looking at a clear, beautiful blue sky day with the sun shining down upon me, I have to thank the earth for that. And that's all you're doing. You're choosing one particular moment that you have shared with the earth, and you're putting it into her. Just like roots are growing out through the bottom of your feet, whether you have socks on, whether you have shoes on, it doesn't matter, or you're barefoot, just having those roots going into the earth and just thinking of that wonderful moment, that feeling that you had, put that into the earth and saying, thank you, earth, for that experience. I love you. Thank you, earth, for making all of this possible, for letting us be here. Even though we have challenges, we have trials and tribulations, we have our emotional highs and lows, earth, you have put up with us. Thank you for putting up with us. Earth, you have always continued to feed us. Thank you, earth, for feeding us. Even though we as humans try to restrict that control of people being fed, even though we humans fight each other, the earth doesn't. Thank you, earth. And this is for every human that we are speaking to right now, that we would recommend you do this. Because if enough of you do this, all these things we're talking about with your summer solstice will cushion, will minimalize, will shrink, and even when there's enough of you, will diminish altogether because of the love and care that you give to your Mother Earth. That's all you have to do. We're not telling you to do this strenuous exercise of asking so much out of you that it seems almost impossible. We're asking you to take just a few minutes, just to go outside, wherever you are, and have your feet firmly planted on the ground. Feel those roots coming out through the feet, connecting them to the earth, and think of that one beautiful feeling that you've shared between yourself and between the earth. Don't think of other humans. No humans. It's between you and the earth. And just send it through. Can you do that? We would ask you that while you're watching this right now, pause it. Go outside. Do this right now. Give yourself a couple of minutes and root yourself into the earth. Just see those etheric roots going into the soil. Share a memory with the earth. Thank her for that. Let it be something that is truly from your heart that you're giving to her. That's it. Then you can come back. You can finish watching this video. You can do whatever you need to do. But if you can do this once a day, every day, throughout your summer, you're going to notice that all of these disasters are going to become less and less. But you know what prevents this from happening? Excuses. Because everybody has an excuse. Well, Adronis, I'm just so busy. I just don't have any time to myself. No, you've chosen to be busy. You've chosen not to give any time to yourself or to the earth. We don't accept that. Because that is you taking something for granted. And it's time to give back to the earth. The earth is not demanding this from you, but we are. Because if you really want to see things change, you need to apply everything that represents the fruits of that change rather than wallowing in everything that you don't want. And the message of the earth is this: my human children, I love you. I will always be here for you. I will always give to you. And everything that you're going through right now, know that your mother is here for you always. That's the message from the earth. She doesn't even ask anything from you, but we do. It's time to give back. It's time to give that offering of joy to this world that is so absolutely beautiful. So many of you think you're on a prison planet when you don't even bother to look at the earth around you. It's not a prison. Your own human systems are prisons, but the earth is not. She gives and gives and gives to you more and more and more and more without expecting anything in return. And you take advantage of it. And now it's time to give back through this simple way of rooting yourself into the earth, of rooting yourself into the soil, and just share that memory. Thank you, earth, for sustaining me. Thank you, earth, for showing me how beautiful you are. Thank you, earth, for the last meal that I had. It was wonderful. It was delightful. Thank you, earth, for letting me to breathe this air. Thank you, earth, for letting me drink from your pure waters. Thank you, earth, for letting me lay upon your soft grass and letting me enjoy the splendor of nature. Thank you, earth, for every single time I go into a forest, I'm at ease. Thank you, earth, for every time that I walk through nature, my problems melt away. Because that's the earth. That's her. That's how much she loves you. Do you love her? Show it. And that's our message to you. That as you go through the solstices, that as you go through the equinoxes, each of them have their own themes. Because it is a powerful time. Not just right away from when the solstice itself is happening, but as you start going much more into the middle point of that time, that's when things start to escalate. And it gets more and more intense. When you're looking at the fall time, well, again, when the fall time comes, when the vernal equinox happens, everything now starts to crumble away. Everything now starts to fall from the trees. The leaves start to fall. This is representing a time of moving into a state of greater change. It represents the idea that you're about to come into a state of culmination to invert yourself. It is an inversion time. It is a contemplation time. And then when you're coming into the winter solstice, well, it's the opposite of the summer. And through the winter, it's all about that hibernation. It's all about that deeper contemplation. It's about the thanks from the ancestors. It's about those who you have felt that you have lost, where you can now learn from what they have shown you to those who are no longer here. It is a memorial. And then you move again into the vernal equinox, the time of spring, the time of new growth, the time to where events upon your planet will sprout for an opportunity of greater realization, of greater transformation, of retiring, of reforming old things that no longer serve and sprouting the new. And then coming into the summer and checking in on your emotional states, checking on yourself physically, checking on yourself mentally, being aware of what emotions you carry. This is the cyclic nature of the solstices and the equinoxes. And it is this time that is appropriate for us to give you this message just after the starting of your summer solstice, to let you know that you can soften the blow that is about to hit you. Because there's going to be fires, there's going to be floods, there's going to be upheavals, There's going to be earthquakes. There's going to be volcanoes. There's going to be intense storms. But you have the power right now, all of you that are witnessing this, all of you who are hearing us talk to you right now, video or not, to change it all. Because it's just a matter of showing your gratefulness. It's a matter of showing your love. It's a matter of showing happiness to your mother, who asks nothing in return for you. You are the gift. But we are reminding you, because it is what we do upon our realm, of our planet, of always giving that love, of always giving that appreciation, of always being thankful for the nurturer that aids us. And we recommend you do the same thing too. Don't forget it. Do this every day throughout your summer and watch the changes unfold in your life. One drop of love clears out an entire pond of hate. One morsel of compassion drowns out the entire drought of fear, so that the hydration of the lands come together again. That's how powerful your love and your compassion is, and you've forgotten. Remember what it can do by demonstrating it once every day to the earth, and watch what happens. The more of you that do this, the greater the transformation will take place this summer, for it to be less and less and less intense. It's your turn now. The ball's in your court. What do you decide to do? That's up to you, human race. We're just being the messengers here for you, reminding you of the power that you have, because you are not tiny little creatures. You are living gods, and you've forgotten. This is just a gentle reminder of what your love and of what your compassion towards the earth can do. Watch what it does when many of you do this. All right? We thank you for this interaction.